Just looking for something else, I guess. Well, it's very interesting right here. Yeah, there's you don't really know anything about it. There's so much, I guess, and a chance to go anything else, months ago. Ah, it's an interesting. Pitää leikki pitkällä veitsen päivätykeipää. Atarate sojaata siirtoa tekee tiivaa. All systems just because all the other thoughts that is operating have to hear that part of data to do that really what I thought this case. Doesn't look like this case. Alright, this made this way all of the articles is for banks keeping all flaws of the interest chart because if find numbers because but on is very this way. It's just a pile of paper really large is about because it's just it's no longer represent value, it represents depth because it's not represent value and wealth, it represents depth right. But I don't know depth because it doesn't make sense. This is like a wrecking of face right. Very cool. There's all the diary. I'm coming for part blank of the hard comfort in your say. You know, they create money, there's no interest because I think so that go back to the power system data, the system. Because even though it's just a number that will cover the hard disk, it's hard to really access and trust this kind of system because of what is it really? Yeah, I can't understand it. It's just really cool. It's a public money system, financial system is just really cool. That's basically and I don't know if it's ever been as a partnering society as a thing sort of like that kind of thing. But everything else is just an equality stuff in there, and it comes kind of a game for some kind of mathematician, not sort of mathematics case. Scam fraud. But you got this scam and fraud that think about the interest one is as you the power that I created in the first place. I contemplated as setting this system contemplated. So this is possible contemplate system. They are actually the only like kind of private like printing of the currency like a banknotes because well this is just crazy. It's just everything is so ridiculous in life or the universe is ridiculous. All of the absolute universe keep staying absurd, right? Everything is just one by one. Non-essential in house education. Once. That's because they need only lots they can directly pay the consumers, that's only that simple. I don't know. This is because I use the bank of it instead in the credit statement. I like create a lot of stable interest case. A stable interest case. There are lots of the same type of interest there would be any less in the money falls but the interest because on never turn interest you have to pass your ass again. Other tools keep circulating so they keep turning it, keep it. And it's really not everyone based in the principle of the law so basically this is what's in now as well. So yeah. Look at fucking individuals, more or less why it should be supported anybody that everybody has the same questions and one metal is worth more than so why does this feel lower more than metal coin is but it's not only paper, that is lump paper, chunk case of all kind of there are cotton fibers with it not the first better is not spare for me but this is spare for me. But this is not real, it's a fancy piece of data that have people losing policies again. Or with a stack of those, but more like the stack of those, which is keep it making more. But because of this universe operated, it's this monetary system that is always like it's like a pain about it. But keep positive spirits. Devo vertaanne e questa ora si chiama Tracy General question about motivation morally is a wondering quality. Motivation on my doctor. But I don't know. It's obvious I want to go sleep around here. We just play a song to go bed. So very much about that last man. Said you super everything is this lonely. The association is not the movie that actually most people have this is actually this beloved portal. They was getting used to find motivation of self together. Just so for something happy. La hotel stessa velita hotel. Therefore, motivation takes positive to exam to the station quality. One says, when I be there, let's not be to look to persona come Dio share. Tu absurdi essere congiuri sia sufflati alcune con altre calenti chi non sono tu sono più da tutto subito c'è la politica la motivazione che si stesse dovete potente musica quenta vetenca da treta di visita tu posso che tu sa che perché tu correttivo sa te giulia au possa per pur less so gotta litigate the cover to allora questa informazione fino a 1998 could hear there is an involvement in the those guys should be loaded but I'm not looking for whatever but no well that was the first I ever heard the song baby gotta say stop not surprised. It's so cute that's scary. I mean, credit card. You just find any credit card how this. You can buy all wallets and like immediate payments if you are in there just pulling a field. Because there doesn't be anything more, there's can't be anything. What's secret number? What's secret number? Because it's just for credit card. You might how dangerous you have a credit card, it's one card, is it? Otherwise there's always kind of systems about it. All information on credit card is fully already exposed to you. Okay, that was it. So if talk about like this electronic use only. Electronic use. So what it can be not used on it. Here the alpha is a signature. You never allowed internet to use this case, so it's just impossible because you lost the case to use internet. So you require have that know the 40 PIN number to be able to show any answer on an ATM, sorry. So for this internet use case, so it's the person of people who testify about if you found about lost card. It's ridiculous only see people use VVS number, the reminder sheet. Then what is number? So here's the 5 of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All the information is VC core. It is extraordinary. I don't understand about this case. No one are checking notification. What they really is so dangerous made around here. Dangerous. It's just unbelievable stupid case. I have to say about this. But it wasn't me who made the credit card case assistance. Well, so anybody can attest on it. I mean, you get anybody's credit card case and reading all of those drop numbers. Oh, okay, great. Now I know it. I'm using it to show me online purchase everything. Billing information. But there's no getting back. That's the scary thing about that kind of thing. I understand why it is case. So it's only case that this credit card numbers linked internet case all information. If this person is lower about it, all he's Each appeal could be immediately done. Interesting is that the discrepancy for total amount and credit number take over this case, even left around here. Okay, anyway, here. I don't know what to say about it. The realization of this country of the universe, because it's scary better, but this is not the debater, this is another thing. Alright, what is the funny about here? Something very scary things here. Alright, what is fun about here? Is the group of two cases right here. So all the information is presented in here. And look at this occasion, how this operates. A payment is background. Delivery schedules is it's going to be fun valid credit cards, numbers, valid everything. Alright. So what we have with information of this here. Like end of fall. Because the like gonna occasion. So yes, the scary things are scary for home, for you, for me, for everybody. Everything to the best. Yeah, shapeless. Let's go to comparison. Because the computer is like another telling all the smartest flat place basically. This is actually given the high. So because I guess there could be all our problems and jobs and services delivered. So basically I never leave the home as simply for the computers with home is sensitively complicated and all the credit card access for every single credit card all over. That's how the modern world can operate. That's why is it flat it's absolutely discriminatory. How something like that can happen? And all this is well it's depending two kind of different things. So yeah. Binary system where is you have any internet is what is basically a real property case. It's just there's some numbers, something gets easy this kind of system is a complex system. Like I got covered against cheating case. I got giving power case it's totally different than real life cheating games because I just put on in desperability like it's about whatever you need to have that's an all influence so much cheating accurate. The same thing as everybody can immediately take just one click button on every computer, whole total phones or one bank account is transferred as just bank account. If you don't hold a bank account, it's a real business. I suppose to have a real life value like those bank notes, you cannot get anymore because it's causing headaches, of course. Information. This is interesting, is the name of country. So it's nothing is here. There's this is a problem. There's no expiry data here. Well, why is all the expiry dates important here? But 1, 2, 3 focus is standard. Remind you guys please double check here. When it's open, so I can immediately get the internet shopper and the credit card information. That's just interesting. Sure, that's interesting. All info is the RF case. So in your cats, sometimes the numbers can be casted and the email they use. Think about the possibilities. Somebody sniffing stuff. Why there is no more of this? This is much more indefinite resolution. That's gonna take a lot of time. Be really serious thinking about this case. Bank of anywhere case. So in a bank using credit card on web case. What are those numbers? So annual increase restaurant. What are the micros and the conversation about reading off the credit card for a distance case? Anybody can reading a lot of data. All the final who there is how information who is as there's a credit card. It's people also secretly a credit card. I mean everybody. I can really found very frozen and real vulnerable. But the reason it is because the system is so tricky. It's not vulnerable already, and that's why you just use about yourself about the last end because you're you buy things off the more credit cards in your name and you can take out loans together. Loans by finding out who tried your credit for the focus on the other. So That's the thing. I got a class autopilot, okay, so the names on of the more critical, the make burkis under your idea. Vilket märker which you point to get left on the with a few pointer burk cases. Burkis are this program plan for your car from the protector in the first place. I did program but this even including information this was made on ID because with your card. This crcimeds was made save you that easily. A report if you often evidence a credit card rather. What else? A tracing software. They have tracing software. Right, what about they have a billion proxies together? Okay, Australia, then go Kazakhstan, then go Brazil, then go Nigeria, then go Romania, then go, I don't know, next case. It doesn't sound the next case of proxy. It's talking about here it is, influence lost on this on Romania. So this is Romania last season, maybe. Well, actually, Romania system. I think well, it doesn't work very well. We're gonna then even ask for address. The store said because we have forgotten with the shipping address, but they're not forthcoming with the shipping address. First, just over warrant again. If you have your information, you can let the company know that you are rightful owner car. They want to know where your license for the was shipped. Not that the IP address for online purchase. The IP address is from online. When somebody makes an online purchase, was website of the IP address of the buyer. IP address can be traced for a name and home address case now. Going ahead. That's kind of interesting. I don't know how it is against this kind of thing, responsible things, because anything isn't recognized by what I started to my sister again, so no. The scope of advertising going smarter is sponsor link, just using of the some kind of IP address and base it off a previous history, for the scale of the kind of one thing is getting rid of the IP address using a virtual network. Well, if they were to smart, they would use the virtual network to all again. All those kind of trade guys in your purse, cards in your purse. I kind of concept because there was and free article. Maybe take a look at object of content is going to be read for resistant information today. The credit bond finds a small US called a passive of activity. And each scientific record small US called this is coil at the environment to the tiny electrical circuit. Because already was like a quality in the electrical current with the coil data. Here it is interesting how we get rid of it. Did it really work out much of USB plus later? Get rid of RFID. I had a scanner. Class 3 is ready made was better class 5 3 one of the metals here. I will place scanner inside quartz here. A briefcase that forces out in a metal content people move through the graph. He just can it that the radio because check out counter. What is the imposter way better? We will put across there past the wall, he just get content this spell. It's the file allow with your critical information start by merchandise online is the merchandiser. Merchandise online. Fail humanity fail again. Fail good. We have a long way. The universe has been failed, so all the classification of the keeper gets safer, yeah. In the hands of how we can get the opposite fall in the wrong hands, I guess. The critical company just look so silly to be honest, and all that system. I mean, you can't have such a super process, alright? I didn't really say about this, I don't know what to say about it, nothing has happened, but if anything happened, so it's not surprising to anybody else. It's because the system is just so ridiculous, it's dumb for every critical. But of course, there's always somebody who makes more and more work on it than that. You had already know the reality of the universe, oh, man. What happened here? Okay, so info what? Okay, so take a look around here, let's what happened here? But let's be the channel. They're removing of this. But how about them? This way this is still like this. Absolutely really hate about it. So why some channels are taken off, some other channels are not taken off? Okay, so here it is, okay, so this let's take a look around here. Yeah, most disasters practice toilet sensor. This here it is. Process is I forgot what this is. Come on, right? What do you think you're doing? Okay. Is it following the answer or false the keys? But fingers into your acquaintances. Those reports target facts discovery are physically or can they receive charges. Whatever see charges on your statement that you don't recognize charges. You can if you don't get your statement. The issuance of that means that your credit card file another spur case is another spur case. You can take your and it's just even just put it's just your card number is you can use the just for the bottom line but credit card number takes your credit card number, it's just a credit card number it's supposed to ask for identification before access credit cards because then this is supposed to scan the color for the access credit cards because of the lack of ID but can input your card number with identify themselves because but fonts to measure it can be used as a credit card debit card can be used as credit card. This is because there are purpose is because that train your bank account even cause you to go in the overdraft and apply for another charge if you reply card number. By the method you are training your account you will be able to access funds until the bank reverses the charges on you. Or reverse charges because in that the bank will freeze your card and send you a replace leaving you with access to your credit card for a few days. Funds are identity access personal data for your or social security number. You can use it and see the rest of the lines of credit in your name and will make a for cases. Identification. Just to read across about any identities. I didn't say about this. The systems are really, they're recognized as really work very well. I don't know. I mean, it's just kind of mistake in your case. Very good case. Great is really good place. Alright, okay. With the zeros can change such as your case of the keys are so you don't find any. Alright, well, okay, actually. You didn't like it. Alright. It was, stream okay, so, she talking about our needs. And I don't really know what to say. Just super wicked on it. And it's really dangerous things, it's just really close. It's really close. With it. I don't know what it is. It's a study about it here to the study. Yeah. Just sitting there. So, get the what is this? Anything to around. Take a look around. Lost every bottle attention. You recognize someone? Millions of them. What there is possible to talk or possible to do. Whatever for me, take the conversation. And I'll let you know about millions of your business number one. Still not making this ridiculous. helmetrösti och så. What is it? It's literally relaxed passive and something problem. You can not you should be very good figure running very quick space and speed. Let's think about what you can do very quickly now. The physical activity, you have to be hyperactive. You should be very good at maybe some before record 100 meters or something good. So that every time your body skips this kind of thing, are you tired or energy, shooter energy? That's just because you see possible, so you possibly do slowly because you don't have energy. If you don't have super energy, it's okay. It's a whole work is really close together. He's flawless. He thinks that's really close, but somebody else doesn't think. But what document has to do anything with the ridiculous in the universe, when something's so clear. Okay. Actually, niin paljon mekin selkeänä ja look around what does look like. It's anything happening here. Next one. This web page is just a PDF for that. Everything copy paste here. Good long way already happy about this kind of thing. You can increase about the number. Then first will be for server. Get back up to this way. The reality of the universe. That's one element. With a hardcore gear computer basis, it's just really hard. Just be careful about it now. But make it different. Hard thing is even medication one person take on in my body. Not to medicate affect the different virus type in my body. And depending what person does on his actions, anybody's actions are the obvious. Like every single individual action. And it's all proof about the determinate the universe. It's not only good, but also future actions. It's so stupid. It's already inevitability. I mean, that's because there's nothing about the universe that everything's already inevitable. Everything already will ever happen. Future inevitability. So there's a positive and negative thing I mentioned. No idea self-run. Besides, what is helpful because I have no idea what will happen to the idea of free to find. Never just given well, those reasons are very good reasons to keep you actually back in home. There's many reasons for TV. It's freedom. It's number one reason we feel. And solving home. You don't need the competition or something based on it. So we're going to be competitive about that. If everybody's good to do it. Some. But they have all the information. How they can make everything? It's just a security page around here. So they themselves get this company of the right now. Information. That's what all the credit card information. So pages are on no trouble one page around here. The reality is I have any idea what is the background of those companies in case we do currently make right here. How about them? Stocking. I don't really operate. So this is thinking about the series in case this market is always a little bit actual here. So but he can cause in to get back to this case. He knows that this is possible but it would have it me. But this is just yeah, see about this summer trial. like I call your number. So not it's everything whatever happened is basically so I guess try except bank number. All apps is except for instead showing all the literality so it's also all apps with the contact machine. This is I'm gonna here. I wanna lock her on the first I have to try use it as active to locking actives all locks. You always see but the locking actives also. Because locking actives so we go just in case somebody ever tried it. You never know about credit cards. You never think about that they are. So the thing here is for the numbers. So you know the credit card number. You're gonna try out to find out the credit card number. You're gonna really use this kind of thing. Will feel vulnerable with you too. I often thought to myself, okay, so I'm quite a smart guy, right? So I can do the way algorithm is generated. It's the internet time ratio. We can generate example with standing on the credit card. It's a authentication as a kind of like confirmation number. It's unique for every time the purchase makes. Every new purchase is a Jason, I don't care about that kind of thing up here. So this kind of thing around there, so because it's then he didn't do this. It's really sticky. This confidence we got kind of any kind of like asking mark, right? Any asking mark, right? Well, so because if you leave it the chord, it's kind of 56, 52 kind of markers, so the digits and numbers and capitals of the alphabets. 52. 52 is a happy deal of reality today. Somebody remote, it was me. Somebody else saw this. Well, fair for them. Password is very creative. You have to change your password, so to be serious, guys. Okay, because an Apple forum with its 20 things, guys. They have this proof that passwords ever get that because they never can guess on. They're going to write a spoof for that they reply there's a password here, there's a or fraudulent. Actually, that was very much an internet background the way about the medical country. Internet focus not all of it usage. You get another one, and it's work around here. So let's get an operation one back. The capsules is was more. I don't know about the way that everything is cheaper here. It's interesting different days. This would be a local post office here. Lots of it here. So what do you work is this kind of stuff right here? Well, we have stuff out here. Oh, it's coming right here. One is office is same information. The different names. Right. Here it is. Facebook case are. The hundred report case is a shipment information. Okay, it's supposed shipment credit cards all kind of inter purchase by having any software somewhere, and everything else in whole universe. It's things are so small, like leading it's also something that is absolute universe. It's absolute the life and existence. It's so small about the kind of like the person that because one politics player is your example right is can imitate and for your whole life or so. But if the person is just the way of politics versus just keep living a long time. That's interesting. So think about the persons like this kind of thing around here. So the person was not vaccinated, was conventional. But the vaccination that the sniper have only one bullet gauge and it needs like a few couple millimeters from the head gauge. Or 54 millimeters. Well, if it would be maybe better than that, the person would be, for that moment, because it would be donating it is like everything. But however, this person was very young age, is but that's he went to actually choose all different kind of things to change things, a kind of idea about it. Very environmental he was, he's a very good business and political this how much affection this person had because he believed it existed. So that's something they should say really. How things can be so small, things so huge difference makes so hard, huge difference. Small things like a little variation of the gravity, but the gravity becomes example 100 of the whole universe will go a different kind of way. And that's just, what small difference makes huge differences, whatever it is. It's also what unpredictable the universe doing, but all the things in the universe are interconnected. Well, everything affects everything else. It's still hard to see what this is, how everything affects everything else. It's just one way of the how things are. So, how does everything affect everything else operate, really? Okay. Use that picture. I could be immediately as this process I wrote. So the image is actually the first step. This is first time ever that book is first day earlier. After 500 days after this incident is when it should be already taken. You don't think that it's a business. What difference it could have made earlier? It just cosmetic differences instead of the massive difference of the question. I have been so much essentially more here. All different kind of ways to see whatever illusion self-service is doing around here. The last case is that the functionality is the person artistically to the difference. A human traits operate case they are little changes so you have massive changes here. For my little changes I just only compare it to what happens in self-coding. It's the concept of focus in self-coding. It's stuff will never have a focus. And it's about the reality of the universe. That's like what it doesn't matter whatever the person could have done anything. If there's no option of choice around here, it means that I could never do anything but have so far ever done any different. That's the practice free. I haven't just do anything. Never had a unit with this. I could also get information. So what can happen is there's so much like optimal possibilities that are what actually in console is otherwise lost but they never would be any useful anyway. Everything's so obvious or obvious. Leave use way of a trace easier. That's it. And themselves what they did before. What was this case about the cases I talk about the occasion is there's not a lot of obvious reasons about doing everything else consider this situation. The study here just in case the comments something else the confirmation around here. Halls everywhere. Availability, access, visibility. Are they part of this crew? What they ask about, give a call. I think he's here. So what they're gonna do about this situation? They should way move it. Well, not spawn option, second option, and not really around. Really, what's called bodies around here? Same. I have good memory something. What's it over? and over again. Every screens. We touch you later, yeah. Really just got a bit really. And the concept policies are always the same for everybody. Or is it that you use this systems illegal activity? What is illegal activity? That is a complication. Putting the little comp the color around. Look at the sprinklers. There's a lot of sprinklers right around. You can fit barely anything here. But the final just with the great the sprinklers is very wrong, so it's rooms also. It will be just better on your corridors and all it. There's nothing where it's burning, okay, so it's burning around. I mean, what's got burn? Gas got burn around. But there is burn around here. Does it just say about it? Gas is everything is burnable material. Yeah, it's really well. What burning material is how the building made. If you think it's a character of gasoline, it's a building, so only the gasoline will be so that it's a burn, and nothing else will be burned whatsoever. It's different. The material is not burned, it's a heat on the temperature, but the melting that harder is a material. So the pure temperature should be melting off some building materials. It's possible still to collapse against material. It's supposed to competition and some kind of a hot building as if there is burning some material with very heavy temperature, so acid fuel lane. But she will be burning canisters again. Unless that spots and it would be possible melting concrete floor around here. It's around 2600 Celsius, and concrete could be melted enough because it would be broken apart again. So it will require fire about this. Polluting is shrink so large that it would be able anymore withstand the pressure for water, okay, so and this is 2300 Celsius, so therefore when concrete will be give up to itself, okay, so and that nuclear pressure is over. It's hard to really say about per cubic meter. As a pressure per cubic meter, pressure is around maybe 10 atm as pressure is so like if I will be standing in my fingers my two fingers and only one is like a quality is the same amount of pressure is applied. Okay, but collapse is it's like a huge one. The rest of the field usually have at least 100 times that pressure more than the finger ever is, so it's a okay car. It could be cars again. Car to house it's well, it's impressive. This one word is completely one another. There's a pretty impressive. There's a the who is doing this best like is impossible is a year is coming. A ship of a car. You never had it. This is all over on. Even the physical tools, there's no magic happening. They're all illusions. They're just kind of. It's still a magic absolutely happening. But there is other kind of rules of the universe. So look at physics one time on. They have nothing going for itself. More like you, it's gonna be amazing. You have to make tools on it. So what is the second element? Is you have to use your mind more because you're dominant because yeah, and it's using more energy necessarily. And already it's down. Full pressure. More competency starts, the more easy to smell you all. Maybe I don't make things for equal, but unless I actually that things for unless I myself is not big thing of that decision. But unless I don't also be unless
по-другому, при отсутствии какой-то внятной информации, получается некая емкость, который создает прекрасный, клевый взгляд. Он повторяется, хотя он выполняет исключительно неожиданный фекалийского полотна. Только и они всегда несколько основного она особенно ничего непонятно. А еще раз он совершает свободную естественно. Потому что высокоправный рыба, но касается они птиц. Мы когда допустим этот класс, он помнит, да. Это только картина, но она меня просто это является сложным стилем. Глобальное преступление, незримо вызывает глобально. Изменение климата тоже планеты крайне сложное явление, связанное с фактор, так что обладатель уровня полностью света. Испражнение промысловых видов рыб является частью механизма, выводящего искусственный газ из атмосферы Земли. Знаете, атмосфера Земли, да, большая буквально, и на самом деле это результат. На кого-то пытались последние годы только воды, вот глобальное потепление. Но у нас коровы все планетарно делают это. Да, то есть вот люди транспортируют огромное количество машин, помощники вот эти вот всякие, они ни при чем. Значит, осталось коровы, по себе осталось для момента, то есть коровы, люди, местные условия, люди, коровы, автомобили, Мадонна и испражнение промысловых видов. Правильно, я все понимаю, что это полна такого готового. Нет, ну просто понятно, хотя все и один человек вроде а кто-то там его костюм, да, найдем, вот туман. Вот что-то вроде запасали, сделал и зашел, будто говорят, там люди данные действительно да, говорили, безусловно, не тронул, вполне себе продукты. Навіть прикладывается система, ребенка, да, тоже мировую механизм, спасибо. Если вы смотрите теорию, то сообщается, у нас стоит, поэтому мы сообщаемся, что нам скрыто. Но было кажется, что числительного ребенка это отсутствие эфира, а если это просто, то нет. Ну, да, ладно, ребят, это нарочно. То есть планета, конечно, картаны, но практически другого повода информацию. Но тут дальше будет следующий страной, которому это будет расставить каждый месяц. Это память вполне, который управляет дальше. Да, давай. Это я серьезно, да? Нет, я наоборот. Да, я думаю, я сидел. Там живет в этом деле, в деле, относительно, поэтому сегодня является проблемой. Я как юрист, это комментарий конкретного заявления, но у меня комментировал, за что это литература, это такой знакомый, он был литература. Ну да, куда положить литературу, это нормально литература. Что еще тут это тоже знак, борьба с курением, реально такое, как примерно, молодые, всегда стоят каждый один, у меня вопрос нравится, что вы думаете, что домашний дом, все люди, красиво, это не так YouTube, ни одного человека, это правда, я надеюсь, что это будет много раз. Это там, реально людей, убирать, конечно, убираем. Это второе заявление страны убирают, не знаю, они убирают, но нужно писать, как конечно, что мы сказали, что ребята, холмы, какая не возможно, малыжу, вы там телефоны, дороги на действительно само на чем делать.
I was thinking about this is why use a certain kind of things the human murder for extraordinary high punishment is even if it's an operation is that it's a deterrent effect. One thing is about one of us absolutely everybody no matter who they are, include Latvians for everybody, whoever take him alive. Include Saudi as a sauna. The heavy penalty, what is the heavy penalty? It's under heavy penalties. As minimum 10 years, absolutely everybody. 20 years. This is one way of doing it. So there are different authors here. General, or he doesn't necessarily need to be some kind of capital punishment in the great way. It was something to put here. Of course, unequally in South, but if there is no part, everybody gets food for yourself. If there's nothing else what you want to ask is of course also the physical injuries with the long-term consequences are very important on this fire. All kind of consequences always keeps up people's stamina and do some actions. Otherwise you would do all the actions. So there's also consequences of all their actions. Like you're jumping off the rope line. You would be flying quite a little while at least, but you would broke your legs at the minimum if you jump over 20 meters. So building off the 10 meters or higher is a minimum. And very likely dead over 30 meters or higher and very the ground you equal legs up to the 30 meters. I would jump it off the 5 meters again hard surfaces. It's didn't broke your bones, but well held the joints itself is the case the bones are here. The most likely bone that may be broken was of course that for a longer legs case the bones are here, whereas of course now we remember you don't think we are humor lovers eller för att timor tappar femur. Yes, so the real names are actually Oplasia and Delose. So that the so-called the overpower forepawn. This is 50 was the patient pawns case. This is usually how you land. There's so much pressure that it's not coming out 5 meter. You're already case jumping off the 5 meter. That's kind of interesting this is here, right? That's really interesting right here. It's about jumping even 3 meter. Spring part of the bus. 3 meter is you have so many times in real life, even the asphalt is. What is the biggest jumping water is the pressure is not so high, right? Anyway. You don't realize if this is pure concrete case. You're looking forward to this at least like a medicine, it's always interesting, huh? So I have no balls to do that case. Only important factor here is clear landing, as everybody can do this for safely. So far they know how to land the case, landing. Or I will say it's landing called when it's coming to the sprint point is entering better. There's so many different words you can say about that. But it's still about it. You have 5 minutes, okay, here is your chance, is anybody dumb to the click or not? Okay, I take this, I'll take a risk. You know, this the press is full of this, the poor low pressure, this will be a little bit, you will be able to get anything and use energy case, going back to the surface. Of course, it's speaking vulnerability, all the system. If there is an absolute svensk case, shut mouth knows there's nothing as a book can be used both hands around. And of course when I was some kind of diabetes kind of thing, what's up about this system around? I have to use both hands around because just because you can just want to differently. Just because I don't know, I got go the system is it's a problem because the system is under the surface the fire that this element is so the key is pretty especially what have you identified guide. Very basic thing. Uh, well, there's some good things. The usual this country is being so I hate the more than anything. Black because have an effect. Or you even there all the unit having yourself in the way. There are people who say that all the neighbor with the long like 7 kilo is more annoying than the do not say material rest of the 5 kilos is a little bit because it's so close or so let's go to the neighbors or neighbors. It's always important what neighbors you have they live no matter what they are because they're always so close. Anyone is close for a body is no matter what is it's important no. That's wherever you live is a residence so important to absolutely everything is every atom is surrounding itself. Like pet and all this material base but material they are direct effect for your life or health. But some galaxies far away have nothing to do with it. This have a very small gravitational effect for how your body interaction. They still are pretty much every restriction, especially in physical sense or psychological knowledge sense. You don't necessarily know what would exist as galaxies, whatever, and whatever. It has absolutely nothing affects in any way. If you call them neutral those existence, I'm pretty much neutral, so existence could be treated kind of values, positive and negative and neutral value. And of course, the other crazy those cases. But like most of the human species call a neutral value for things that are not having to do with their lives or either negative and positive, of course, things which have a kind of effect which are realistic and not. It's got a little bit increase. And struck me of the meaningfulness of the universe around here. And it's really hard time because there's a false design of the universe, flat design, flat universe. Because somebody gets a illusion or whatever, or popular, as you say, but illusion or let's say, or ignorance or ignorance and is false unwilling neglectment, I call myself as a unwilling neglectment, all the materials, is that different functions, different materials have a population. Think about any material here. What kind of functionality? I was like of medicine you get going background. But medicine is taking inside the body have a different effect here. So there's different kind of food around here. Say about that. Most of the food you have no difference for the so many medicines can have a different difference. They all use food like proteins, whatever kind of nutrients they are. Most of them are useless, it's better. Most of them are oxygen, hydrogen, and then come a case of course carbon, nitrogen, a case of sulfur, phosphorus, calcium, in the smaller mass case, one by this 6 case, basic element, almost 90%, almost every single food you ever have eaten are content also. There's very few cases which I've ever casted, 99% also. Just reminded that there's 50 different elements. Let's get a bit later, let's get to the last 20 more. Iron, copper, here coming, selenium, let's get in relation. Copalamin, this is not usually in body, remember that case. Really kind of hard case. Then barium, bromide, of course there's no lithium case, and not used in human body, none, any kind of elements. Well, there's a lot of chloride is absolutely a requirement. There's always also definitely jodium, and there's jodium. Of course not. It's not hard to get because it's salt iron. This is the sodium. Sodium is soluble like a potassium, sodium potassium. And there was also a water is an element because we got this combination. Water is an element. So I think we're going to have all of this at 50. So get the use it as also 20 elements with human body consistent. Well, there is always argon of the human body. It's not actually needed any argon. Argon being second after the gases after helium is helium and argon is these gases are abundant in the atmosphere. There is a spread, but they are not used in human body. Human body doesn't use helium anywhere. Interesting is there's nothing, but human body is so consistent especially long, so people actually use a lot of helium because it's just abundant in the air atmosphere. Not only gets a radon, neon, argon, krypton. Yeah, but none of those guys are used. They're not really functionality, by the way, anyway. Functionality. So why explain the functionalism kind of helium? If you want to helium obvious the voice characteristic is helium would be killing human if it would be replacing oxygen occasion when it's danger now, so just put like helium of course. The same as any other kind of gas here. That's the functionality about how it's even functional after all that have no essentiality of a requirement of any kind of matter. And if it's still an element, if it's still a proton of the still an atom of the helium is not needed the human body anywhere. Because I can leave fluid with a still atom of helium all over the partition. And if it can be if you would be a carbon of the human body would be like a I don't know what it will look like. Because if the bones are not amazing carbonized nevertheless, the human body will be look like a skeleton because carbon, because every other organ is always made for carbon. So the human body will look like a skeleton with a carbon. And because skeleton still is use of carbon, this is a nitrosynergy as about the calcium was used quite a concept about the case. And silicon is of course absolutely required in the human body. Yeah, those are the skill masks, isn't it? This is the carbon candidate in the human body, there is a huge amount of water sanitation. All the remaining mass will be water and nitrogen gas around here. This is supposed to be binding carbon. That's X is if you are able to overtake in all the mass will be converted for chemical elements. Oxygen is the most volatile, the hydrogen is the total number of atoms, the most human body is pure atomical numbers. Well, that's the way of thing, right? The carbon copy number charge for nitrogen. Calcium number 5 sulfur number 6 is aluminum has no function in my body. No essentiality, but it has a function. Isn't it copper and zinc right here? Those trace elements, what is a trace? It uses synthesize in RNA molecules. This is very important like a selenium. They use the application selenium microfibrillation. The condition of the lack of selenium is body have a hypothesis condition. Selenity what does it say? That's good because I played around here. I'm happy about it because even I'm inside the popping around more. It shows about when you need to do actualize that with the very complex or complicated arguments and a very what do I say about the variety of the DI education. With any underlying of diseases in the human body. That's blood education. It's good. No underlying diseases. This will be able to remove it. You will be even that will be good, and even the surveillance will be fine. See how it's not like this is going to be used to be travels because nutrients are render incapable of absorption of them addition for the consumption of food. Here's a slide again. Sorry about this. What happened? Well, not really big is a functionality here. Secret is about this. Yes. That is it just is no fishing for here. 80 for here. Below last year, 80 dirt more. How about these systems? Can you see me? Maybe say something. But that is searching around here. There's a total device is come much cheaper, easier. How about that? Wisdom in it as a week will be always getting off the dish of week, whenever week is week always close the dish for a strong. Or the week always is. The only way the week can be winning by strong is mercy. Mercy. Win over strong. So we never so kind of a self-defeating behavior. Self-defeating behavior, self-destruction behavior, a self-sacrifice behavior, or self-extinction, euthanasia behavior. So, euthanasia is a regulation. Ihan is documented called euthanasia, otherwise it would be a Malaysia, Melanesia, or Neutronesia, Euthanasia, Neutrophil, or neutral as an agent on your body. That finding out as neutrophils, the user is a kind of a virus is finding out is a neutral as a PR on it, is a feeling around. So there's some splintation of body that's like this, so there will be a surrounding it. So like some story. Sorry. I mean, let's go to all the average humans. Is it so interesting or so self-gratifying to say something most critical things are inevitable? What is the stance about doing things actions which are predictable actions? If anybody have a problem with it, some persons have a very dislike about predictability, but more unpredictable for personal way, because predictability more gratifying in this case. It's the kind of how they can clarify it, but between actions which are very obvious actions, very predeterministic actions, very inevitable actions, all those three together. This is the question whatever words, saying, doings, they're doing things which they have learned other people, so just that imitates on other persons. Things that they have learned in school or have learned other movies, well, there's more absence of the free will, absence of the capability to optimize, absence capability to do it unique ways nobody ever. Because there's a unique way, the person have never example learned some words around and he'll be used as a still it's not a particular way, it's not nevertheless, it's not free will, it's also is a unique one as core this equation corresponds to the history and whatever let's say about the order of those alphabets is it's unique one is however to say about those with is the unique one about there is nothing just similarity, sameness, as long as it is discriminable sameness, maybe I hate sameness I like variety, diversity, and so on. I dislike about similarity one as the sameness, interfusion, copperfusion, hyperfusion. Oh, go ahead, I guess. This supplements the self. This is very stupid. What's the point of sleeping off the night and staying awake? Because you don't just get deeper on you. Because if you have pains or whatever, it doesn't get the cause. There is no point in particular, but you just don't have control of the situation. So just you can give sleep pills or forcing on yourself to sleep. It's very interesting as sleep pills. Before the kitchen has and you know so many young people nowadays, there's just recognize especially people who are very young and it's people who have just knowledge, so who make any judgment because are so naive that it's so unrealistic. I mean, more knowledge you have than some other person who makes some calls and you know the naivety. So you're also the naivety. Somebody have more knowledge than you have. This is you're naive than it is. Your naivety always is just that somebody else have more knowledge than somebody else about some reality of things. And therefore, thinking about it, it's not to say there's something about therefore having the kind of idea feeling of comparison because you think about it, because this kind of thing is not reality, so there's no so relevant reality he will be. One of the things is about is naivety of what you have to think about the kind of thought about thinking about this, So it's so naive simple, make some kind of goal about something. So it doesn't exist again. You go for it is 6. So what is this? 93, 93, and 93. It cannot be 93. Where is the first 93? Or is it the first 93? Is it 93? Third 93? Is this is on? So the university is open it up. This is what you need on 180 degree, that's it. information. That's in the 180-degree debate. Because for it you might just process information of this unnecessary. That's interesting. They are very unpopular modern time around now. Because it's variety and diversity point, but also very unfunctional. Yeah, I get a chance because so you go away from that. I got a phone number. Oh, crip. Good champion, where are you now? It's kind of interesting about thinking about this kind of thing. It's possible too, but
всегда чрезвычайно интерес внутренней доброй правильно известна, не предшествующая музыкальная группа, только в пятницу текущую сентября устанавливается. Лондонная демонстрировала компрессорную установку, в результате чего пострадал один человек, прилежно поставшийся на правоохранительные органы. Что произошло в Петербурге на 40-х улице Георгия Мельница, работников происшествия совершали ТНТ, куда же направились пожарные, попросили сотрудники скорой и полиции. Обстоятельства инцидента сейчас устанавливаются, что основана медицинская помощь. Подумав, что он сильно привел поправку судового кодекса, который предусматривает введение на родительство по несколько национальных стандартов, и председатель работникам документ должен правительством России в рамках реализации указа президента от 7 мая. Квалификация работника определяется как уровень знаний, умений, навыков и опыта работника, необходимых для осуществления профессиональной деятельности, а профессиональные стандарты – это требования квалификации работника для осуществления определенных целей. Пояснительно для квалификации является подчеркивается, что профессиональные стандарты в частности будут основой для разработки образовательных стандартов. Это более 7,5 тысяч бутылок безопасного алкоголя, которому привести ограбление 9 тысяч человек, которые началось направление по контролю за качеством питания. Одна власти это 3 литров безопасного рома будет для пополненного склада 48 дней, то есть 100 километров по радиус. Это множество составляет половину, если мы въехать на опасной продукции. Бизнес набрать сети других направлений на продажу первых средств, упустили отравление метеором спиртом. По последним данным, 28 человек умерли в направлении медицинского осветия, обвинение в нелегальном производстве алкогольной продукции при составлении 150 человек. Было главное подозреваемым, что приобрели метеорный спирт с целью дальнейшей перепродажи производителя установила следствие. Новые санкции Евросоюза не заставят Иран вернуться к переговорам с международным правосудием в ходе этой программы. В этом заявлении представитель Ирана назвал санкции незаконным, незаконным и негуманным. Напомню, до страны стран ЕС ввели запрет на импорт иранского газа, импортные поставки Ирана из страны применения, а также других экономических ограничений. Присутствие международных санкций включает в себя запрет на ввоз иранской нефти и блокирование доступа иранских финансовых учреждений к международным банковским сетям. Страны Запада обвиняют Иран в применении атомных ядерного оружия. Иранские власти категорически это отрицают. Британский хакер Гэри Мартино не будет подставлен в США, его обвиняют в вводе в 11 компьютерных систем. Администратора сегодня министр внутренних дел Великобритании Тереза Мэй. Именно она заблокировала страницу Мартино на посольстве США. Его права могут быть нарушены. Согласно заключению властей, Мартино, подающий взломом сервера, может в воскресенье убийство, если его экстрадируют. Евгений Кунхау обладал оправданием украденных денег, как и известно, сложный родственник Анатолия оказывает рот, в частности, если отцовщина Анны Рита, горячая женщина, братья Алисина, пару двух полотнах Лоры Мане, кроме того, злоумышленники вынесли просмотр цене Кристина Фрейда и Фейдадена. Полиция Нидерландов publicarea социальные видения в музее и 1000 рублей для крупного ограбления, которое произошло в Минском суде. Эти документы читают на нашем сайте Rationalism. Завтра облачно проведение местами большой дожди, термометр 38, днем 9-11 градусов Москвы, временная облачность, возможно, кратковременные миграции, вероятность 80, возможно, плюс днем 12 градусов тепла. Олимпиаде в Сочи готовьтесь к дождь. Олимпийский лидер английских стран. Первый блок Дмитрий Петров учит радиослушателей общаться на английском языке. Каждый день новое выражение. Русско-олимпийский разговорник на экране. Вот почему по-русски весной красна, лето тоже красное, а осень золотая. Далекий приходит к столице Капитолию. По-английски упоминать свое мнение трудно не пишет, конечно. Осень, кстати, по-английски. Autumn. 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 In autumn. In autumn. I think we believe in autumn rain. Autumn rain. Мировой политики. Ваш олимпийский лидер английских стран. Сильный олимпиаде в Сочи. Русско-олимпийский
Iso kyllä se. Muut olisat se. Right. Kyllä fokus on valittu siihen fokusiin. Siinä paljon pähköitä fokusia, but fokusia. Because like a recording, there's so many people as credit, like I said. Don't get credit. If you're a little lower cast out here. Okay, there's if I have to do there's no choice, there's a freedom. So what's the point of this money? I'm okay just like staying up to 3 o'clock because I just to go to sleep. Because I was sleeping today, but the problem is I have no energy now to do anything around. I could just sleep around. I have no energy to speak around. How do I have? I know how I have energy, that's good. And you feel like you might not sleep. That's based on a feeling, some kind of feeling. But it's like it's a blowing curious, you see. Somebody is using this really good stratification thing right here. I'm gonna pay attention to this, so everything. All of it. Fox pizza. I really like the 80s. No idea, but there is a music background playing. Could I go find that though? Well, why not? But there was the music. Maybe for the lower music, because there's so loud. Can you? Yeah. I don't know. I think that your hair is much better a tool than this microphone. So that kind of microphone. Eyes. Is it possible to keep it out? A lot of voice. I mean, actually, chances of you guys this headache is really want to sleep. The last thing what you want to hear is loud noises. Okay, this is a little bit more bearable. This is around this that's about 30% less of where voice of the kind of strength of voice are or keep the energy of the voice. That's visible. So it's just more energy, more energy, more energy. The second thing was first of all here. Now it was very little energy. Oh! The shooting all that still huge more energy. So. And this is opera singers. What kind of heat opera singers are they? Very heavy in calories, definitely. Because you don't sing 5-hour operas without having a... Nobody, will also concentration camp from here was about 5 hours, except this was for body work without having to eat for a long time, anything pretty much. The human body and the life is really cool. I don't think it always reflects back one. What happened, what universe itself, everything really is called things that just are killer reality, what really, my reality, independent reality. Separate body for environment. You're master of the nature instead of the, it's just a conscious part, Anti-natural, there's any anti-natural you have ever come to my community club runner. Anti-natural club runner. I'm the leader of the group, a leader? Leader? Your leader? Oh yeah, I think. As leader, but we'll try to establish the spot, the leadership. Whispering. I don't know how to whisper. Whisper. The number one is the thing is always lower voice. Oh, whisper. Yeah. So as we voice possible still there's real external actually. We practice education and stuff like that. We create voice only the mouth glitch because there is no air pressure through the larynx, so there is no voice made. If you will push there, you will be muted. So the thing is, somebody else has calculated it. Well, the people were comedians themselves too. He's very famous comedian. Maybe not as famous as the main star in movie, but nevertheless, I don't know how to measure popularity. But 95% of the people who were not less already beforehand is actor. Maybe 99%. There's always one person who are Alzheimer's mental disability who brain incapable of memorizing about any humans or knowledge, whatever, who don't know about it, or people living in some kind of a case around a small population. It's the mental income, it's also physical income, because okay, total energy is eating one day, eating one moment, and not eating another moment. Seasonal depression. I was reading about seasonal depression. Interesting topic. It's made from what the order has been sent. Busy order. Interesting, right? The cool eaters are anything alright. So what is go post the office? Go post the office. I was thinking there's nothing greater than real getting something is. Unless you imagine ever have beforehand anything like discussing what is that. So coin post office, again is regular and great. You need to always deliver meaningfulness with it. It's not meaningful if you recognize that they're meaningful. But if you're able to experience it as a rationalism, as a consciously experience it. So doing things what you don't consciously experience have at least no memory base. You actually never did anything like that. So you will be wake up and say some words that in any respect, they have been done those things. It's a real thing. The physical body have done those things. In the mind is also attached to the brain. We however have aware anyhow about those actions. all things will happen when you are in our sleep right here. We don't need for an wake up, you always the same position, but you never by sheer time that we didn't wake up. Keep walking around house. Meanwhile, what is this about? Oh crap. Have some revision. Maybe. It's too tired. Can you imagine? I'm gonna go away. Gonna go back. The status is you have to develop this strategies. Mm. Best way is first I'm gonna block where you don't see anything. What is this? I'm not sure it's on fast history. In this case, don't have feels of functionalities. This can be destroy everything. Must destroy. What would you do? What is this? Now? Now. Okay, let's do it. Do it? You can do it. Yes. There's nothing to worry about that. We are doing it.